We have a client they live in Switzerland, I think,
Yes.
don't they? And he's looking at optimizing his portfolio he's got he's got two properties in the UK, and he's recently got married, thinking about gifting it part of the property to his spouse, which will obviously be outside the scope of capital gains tax from his perspective.
Yes.
It's not quite as simple as that when it comes to stamp duty, is it?
No. So from a stamp duty perspective, HMRC will look at what the monetary value of the
Transfer
transfer is. If you own the property outright.
Yeah, it's the consideration, isn't it?
Yes. So if you own the property outright, there's no consideration. I say no consideration. If it was fully gifted, there was no transfer of cash. If, however, there's a mortgage outstanding on the property, then there is going to be some consideration as far as HMRC are concerned.
Yeah, so they'll treat. So again, example, you have a house worth 500 grand. It's got a mortgage of 300 grand on it. You gift half the property to your spouse. From a stamp duty perspective, the consideration would be 150,000, which is 50% of the mortgage, on the basis that the spouse would end up having to take on the liability for the mortgage, because otherwise the mortgage company wouldn't allow the transfer.
Yes.
And that's probably important to note to people, because we often get this question, and we'll come on to talk a little bit about trust deeds that can change beneficial ownership in a moment. But if you're transferring legal ownership, you will have to make sure, and the mortgage company will know you've done it, because you'll have to change the title deeds at the land registry, and the mortgage company obviously have a charge and they would have to sign it off.
Yes.
And so then if you're doing that, you might end up with an unexpected SDLT bill because of that transfer, provided and they've just dropped the rates again, haven't they, down to 125,000 is the lower end of it. It was 250,000 up until the 1st of April, when the government changed it and cut it in half.
Yes.
But yeah, that's an important one, because we sometimes get clients, don't we, who think, oh, this is a clever way of reducing down my liability of one sort or another, or they're thinking inheritance tax, and then suddenly it's, oh no, I've created a significant stamp duty charge.
Yes. But it is something that tends to be the tax that's least considered when people are thinking about making a transfer from one person to another.